know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, just a brief sound check. Please let me know if you can see and if you can hear, and we will get this party started. Now, you're not supposed to be seeing an image of me. You're just going to be seeing a still shot, and you should be able to hear my voice. So let me know if you can hear and if you can see the screen, and we'll just jump right into it. Okay, let me know really quickly. Can you hear me? Let me know, because y'all know I be having issues with my sound. Okay, but I think I got it down packed, so I probably won't be asking this going forward. But just let me know if you can hear. Just let me know. 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Can you hear me? Okay. All right, Dominique. Thank you, girl. So now let's do a quick roll call. All right, who we got in the building? It looks like Bodacious Lady was first. She says, this is funny. Folks, Wiley running with a case that does not reflect anything close to Tasha K. I have never heard so many people who disregards accountability. I see Vanderveer, no envy in me, Cheryl Hayes, menacing vibes, Tanja J, Nita Hendricks, Christine, Queena, Layla 811, Peter Hamilton, Dominique, Janine King, Paris the Ocean. She says, good morning, Sweet Pea. We can hear and see up loud and clear. I know that's right. A. Loren, Candy Girl, Sabrina Creations, and Shay Bay 30 My Mod. Hey, you guys, welcome to the show. Now we're going to just jump right into this. You see, stop capping, okay? These men, I'm going to need y'all to stop capping. I'm going to need y'all to get off of me. I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. But there has been some interesting statements made by Judge Joe Brown, and we're going to get into it. But just watch this clip.
Tasha K, she is a YouTuber. She has 1 million subscribers, had lost her case against Cardi B. Cardi B filed a case to sue her. And she won. Cardi B won in defamation because Tasha K was going around saying that she had herpes, she had HPV in a video 4 years ago. And Cardi B people reached out to her, asking her to take the video down. She did not. Cardi B people sent her a cease and desist. She kept the videos up. So she kept trying to work with her behind the scenes, and Tasha K refused to oblige. So Cardi B took legal action to take her to court. 4 years later, 4 years later, they got in front of a judge and a jury, and they granted in Cardi B favor. Now Tasha K has to pay Cardi B $3.5 million in damages. And of course, this is civil court, and Tasha K is going to appeal it, but it may decrease, but may not wipe it all out.
Okay, let me say this. Several things. One, it's New York Times versus Sullivan, United States Supreme Court, 1962. And juries habitually get it wrong, so there's a good chance it'll be reversed on appeal since Cardi B is a public figure. And New York Times versus Sullivan deals with public figures and their abilities to proceed for defamation of character. Second thing, there's an interesting message being sent to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, etc., which has to do with their censorship and shadow blocking. And for the same reasons, something they need to be aware of and maybe take into consideration. Next thing, $3.5 million is chump change when somebody's got a liability policy, and they may wind up making more money off of it than they lose. The other point is, who gives a goddamn in the first place?
Okay, now there are a couple things wrong with Judge Joe Brown's statement. Now, I'm not taking any thing away from his career as a judge at all, but there are a couple things wrong. And what I don't like is when information is disseminated to the public, especially with a sensitive case such as this. And everyone takes statements and runs with them. So you have to be very careful when you put out any information regarding something so sensitive as this. 1962 was not the year for this case, the New York Times versus Sullivan. It was not the year 1962. It was actually the year of 1964. And what actually happened in this case was that it affects how public figures file defamation cases and the outcomes for them. What actually is great about this case is that you have to actually prove malice, that the remarks made were done with malice. Okay, so he's leaving out very important information as it pertains to New York Times versus Sullivan. It just was not an accurate statement. Okay. Now I know Judge Joe Brown, he's very entertaining. He's been known for, his take on things and the way he blurts things out about people on substances and stuff on his show. And he's, he gives funny or whatever. But the information that he was giving out just was not correct. This ruling and this New York Times versus Sullivan, it basically stated that public figures, when filing defamation cases, the proof has to be whether or not the person that did this, they did it with intent, malicious intent. So we know that Tasha K did this with malicious intent, and she agreed to a lot of statements that she made when she got on the stand. She agreed and said that she did certain things knowing that they were false. She did this with the intent of going viral, of making money. So the intent is there. Malicious intent is there. So you can't leave out that very important part. Now, we're not going to get all into the specifics of that case, because anyone can go and look it up, and you can get the whole case, New York Times versus Sullivan. But it was back in 62. It was not 64. And it specifically states that public figures have to show that the person that is defaming them did this with malicious intent. Okay? Period. So we know that malicious intent. We know that there was malice there. Okay. Now, the other thing that I don't like, I understand that people are for who they're for. You can be who you're for, but stop taking people's words, stop gaslighting, stop capping, stop going and making things bigger than what they are and pushing a narrative that is full of lies and unaccountability. Like, you're just allowing this woman to not be accountable for what she's done and for what the repercussions that she was given. Allow her to go through it. See, that's the problem with a lot of people in this world, is that we think our favorites are exempt from punishment. Our favorites are exempt from being accountable. And that doesn't mean you don't support someone just because you want them to be accountable. All right. You know, it's the gaslighting and the capping for me. Like Wiley, you know, I see he took this and ran with it. Joe Brown protecting, you know, and standing up for Tasha. He doesn't even know Tasha K. He don't give a damn. Like he said, who gives a damn? He said, who gives a damn? His man said, listen, but y'all just acting like there was nothing done maliciously here. There was no wrongdoing on the part of Tasha K. I'm all for journalism. I'm all for people doing videos and having their own opinions and putting out commentary. I'm all for that. Entertainment, I got you. But when you go too far and you're wanting to do stories and put lies out, okay, it was proven that she don't got what you say she had. It was proven that it wasn't her in the video. It was proved, everything that you allege and everything, all the statements, it was proven that these things are lies. And when we go over the transcripts later on, we're going to see that there's a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes in court that was already going on prior to them going to trial these last couple of weeks. The judge was already tired of them. He was really just tired of this entire situation to begin with. He didn't even want to go forward with a trial. He wanted them to settle. He was very aggravated that he had to be in this court dealing with this case and the situation and what it even was about. We will get into that because transcripts don't lie. It's word for word. The judge, the attorneys, the defendants, plaintiff, it is word for word. So we will be getting into that. Okay. We'll get into that later. But it's the gaslighting and the capping. It's people not knowing which side of the fence they want to be on. One day they're saying this, the next day they're saying that, you know, just to make money, just to get views. And then they're accusing other people of putting out wrong information and doing all this for views. It's like, let it go. You're still over there talking about and doing topics and doing videos about me stating that Tasha's AdSense revenue was $140,000. I stand by it. I did not say, and how are you taking, like, this is what really irritates me about people. Now, I get it. You're doing your content, you know, and you get a subject and you take a subject that you see it's people are biting into, and it was a great views. You see how many views I got on that video. So it's like, oh, I'm going to debunk that so I can get views. Like, listen, I said what I said and stop taking my words out of context. I never. Are you serious? Now you're going to undermine my intellectual capabilities and you're really going to, but see, that's what it's sad. But a lot of times that's what, you know, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this to her because she's a smaller content creator. So I'm going to put out a narrative that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's putting out false information because I'm just going to try to create more views and generate. Listen, this is 2 or 3 days ago, 4 days ago. You're still over there doing videos about this topic. You don't have anything else. $140,000. I never said that was her freaking income. I said it was the AdSense revenue. And if you don't understand what AdSense is and you don't know that just Google ads are separate from your Cash Apps, your god darn Patreon, your money you're making on your app or whatever, then that's on you. If you came away from that video thinking that I was insinuating that this woman only makes $140,000 a year, then something's wrong with you. You heard what you wanted to hear and you took that and ran. I never said that all she makes is 140,000. So it's the capping for me. It's like you're that desperate for views, you're that desperate to do videos that you're going to, that's the whole game and the manipulation of some YouTubers. Why would you take a statement and turn it into, this is where it becomes the line for clicks and views. Now y'all say, oh, you're doing this. No, this right here, this narrative, the $140,000 income. Who the hell said that this girl makes $140,000? Not me. I said AdSense, YouTube, AdSense revenue. It's a big difference. And because you don't know anything about YouTube analytics, and understanding that everyone is taking the narrative, and now you got a video Wiley down there with the in his title, like, don't play me, don't play with me. I was not born last night, wasn't born yesterday. I can see exactly the motive and what it is that you're trying to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all doing videos, we're all getting our views and generating, you know, are getting our numbers up based off of what's going on with Tasha K. But you all are doing things that are just, it doesn't make any sense. The woman needs to be held accountable for what she did, and that's that. Period. She doesn't have the herp. She did not put the beer bottle up there. She was not a streetwalker. She didn't cheat on her husband. All of the things that Tasha K was being sued for, none of these things are true. So what does that have to do with New York Times versus Sullivan, or whether she make 140,000? Why is everyone distracting from the fact that she did this and she has a repercussion? She has a repercussion. I know what I'm talking about when I speak. Like I said, those subscribers, it was not coincidental that you get a dip in numbers right around the time when YouTube is purging fake subscribers. The damn message said fake subscribers. Then we have conversations now where I'm hearing, and somebody send me that clip, because there's a couple people that said, oh, and see, this is because you guys don't listen and you don't pay attention. Tasha and her minions were just over there talking about she did not lose subscribers because of people unsubscribing because of the Cardi B situation. She lost subscribers because of YouTube. Did anyone catch that? Did anyone catch that? She lost subscribers because of YouTube. Oh, okay. Like I said, YouTube was purging fake subscribers, spam subscribers. And you cannot have spam subscribers unless you put them in your account. We are not talking about the bots and the ones that troll, come pop up in your chat when you're on the chat, or they're in your comment section. No, we're talking about ones that are added to your YouTube account. Those are the ones that YouTube is purging, not random accounts that drop into your chat. They don't have control over that. They have control over your subscription numbers. But see, this is why I tell people, why are you entering in a conversation? But Wiley, the lead attorney, these men know that you don't know. They know that you don't know. And it's always easy to say a woman doesn't know what she's talking about. And I hate to say it, but that's exactly what it's giving. Oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. 100, you're going to really undermine me like that and really try to paint a narrative that I said the woman only makes $140,000 a year. Anybody in their right mind, and I said it multiple times on my video, these are AdSense numbers. These are based off of the ad revenue, which is 13 cents per video. $5 per 1,000 views. So that is about right. 140,000 a year based off of those low figures. Then you start adding into the equation super chats and any other revenue you're making from other streams, Patreon, your website, all that. But that's her income. It was a damn video based off of, can she pay Cardi B? It was entertainment. It was not giving, I know what this woman makes. And it deserved two people to make videos about it because you have nothing else to do, nothing else to talk about, no other content. So you're surfing, looking for more Tasha K topics. Find something else and move on. We moved on. We were doing other content. People keep putting, don't want to say my name, but want to put it in the caption, a YouTubers, you about it, come out and say it. Stop playing and beating around the bush. Stop beating around the bush. Like I said, it's the subtle shade. Stop capping for a liar. Stop capping for someone that committed defamation and got found guilty of it. Let her stand in her shit and let her suffer the consequences. She did it. Everything has a consequence. So now you're trying to distract people and want to don't come putting it off on me, because every time I find something out that is the truth, we're going to bring it to the people just straight like that. Period. We're going to bring it to them. So, honey, Judge Joe Brown capping for him. Oh, he said that it's likely going to be reversed. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Tasha K, don't even be dependent on that. You are not going anywhere, honey. You're going to be right in the thick of it, and still, because you don't even want to take accountability. You said you're willing to keep it going. That's how bad of a narcissist she is. That's how much pride she is. Any woman in their right mind, and I got people mad at me because I want her to hold herself accountable. I want her to say she did wrong and I didn't really need to go this far. I didn't need to go that far. Everything, you're in a lawsuit, $3.8 million, and you talking about we broke the internet. 21,000 people was breaking the internet to you. You worried about that? You worried about all the wrong things. You defamed someone publicly. It was proven that the allegations are wrong. They're false. She didn't have any. Oh, she brought the test. Are you really going to play with us like that? That Cardi B was able to put fake test results to a federal court judge. She was able to they did in-camera reviews on that mess. They requested an in-camera review. We went over that. It wasn't like these documents just boom. Nobody looked at them and they just was. No, they did an in-camera review. They sent them directly to the judge prior to the trial for him to look at these documents in his chambers alone. So what is that giving? And when he looked at those, he came back and said, there's no reason for us to even give them to the defendant. There's no reason for them to be, they're real. She don't got it. Even the damn jury comes back and during their deliberations and says, are these documents accurate? Are they reliable? Are they real? He said yes. And boom, that was one of the determining factors when, deliberating over this case when the jury came back with their verdict. So it's like there's a lot of narratives and it's a lot of cap being put out, and it's all centering around why she shouldn't be held accountable. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I have never seen a group of people that are willing to cloak for wrongdoing. She was wrong, no matter how, whether Cardi's black, Dominican, none of that matters. That doesn't mean anything. She did what she did. She was found guilty, liable, and that's what it is. There's straight no chaser. Straight no chaser. So I really don't get it. I don't understand where all this energy comes from these two, I understand that you like Tasha K. Wiley. I understand that you want her to mentor you. You feel like there's something she can do for your career over there down to the YouTube. I don't know, why you feel like she is the great savior for you, but you're just willing to say and do anything for a click and a view off of Tasha K. You try to play being biased, but you're not, non-biased, but you're not. You're very much so biased. Everything, you do surrounds around whether or not it's going to be acceptable to Tasha K. You were so desperate that you interviewed and went through a child's phone. You called a child to get in touch with their parent in order to do a damn exclusive interview on somebody else's marriage or relationship, or being the baby daddy and whether he's responsible or not. You care that much about somebody else's life that you contacted their child? Like, you're doing too much down there. But it's rubbing off. It's giving Tasha K vibes. That's your mentor. That's the type of stuff she does, by all means necessary, to do a YouTube video. But y'all be side-eyeing other people. And this is the shit that y'all do to get stories, contacting people's children, going through them to get to their mother so you can do a video. Are you serious? You're that desperate? And you only break in 10,000 views, 5,000, 6,000, 20,000 views? It's not even worth it. You're not even getting hundreds of thousands of views. You're that damn desperate? People are really trifling when it comes to YouTube. And they point the fingers at people like me when all I'm doing is entertainment. I would never step out of line, and there are boundaries. And apparently Tasha K and her minions and the people she deal with, they have none. And at first I thought the lead attorney, I really was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But when you came over here with that slick ass comment in my comment section and we left it where it was at, and you felt the need to go and make comments and do this subtle shade, and you think people can't pick up on that, it was no need for it. We left it where it was at. There wasn't even no need for you to make a comment on your video about it. Let me have my content. You don't see me coming over there debunking things that you're saying in your videos. I'm pretty sure everything you say is not law or accurate. But you manipulated this topic and you manipulated my words, which is very unauthentic of you, which is very, disappointing that you would do something like that, because I never said that this woman made only $140,000 a year. But it's giving you're now on the payroll of Tasha K. It's giving you are now a minion. You have now joined the team. So any smaller YouTuber that is, because I have never had to worry about anyone coming in any rebuttals of doing any videos that I was doing about Tasha while she was in this case. I guess she was trying to be quiet. I guess she was trying to keep down the activity of bullying people while she was dealing with this lawsuit. But now she has enlisted the help of you. Because this energy you're keeping this topic going. It's dead. It's old. It was a statement I made. It didn't cause for a part, a starring role in your title or in your video. It didn't cause for that. Like, stop capping. You're too old for that. Too old for it. This woman dragged you for filth, and now you're windmilling and you're a cheerleader. Like, stop. Like, what y'all gonna do when transcripts are exposed? She did everything that she was accused of doing. She did it. And it was proven in court. And she was found liable. What you gonna do when we reveal all of that? Then what? Then what? What comes next? What comes after the truth is revealed again? What comes? What narrative can we spin then? Like, don't try to twist my words around. I never said that Tasha K only makes $140,000 a year. I said AdSense revenue. I'm sorry that you're supposed to be an attorney. I can get Wiley doing it, because Wiley, he ain't that bright. He's not all that bright. Anytime you go in and tear up a library and try to, spit on the legacy of our brother Emmett Till. He ain't have anything to do with you going down there showing off in that library. So anyone that does something like that, I can give them a pass, because maybe there are some things going on that he needs to get, needs to address. So I can give him a pass. But you, TLA, this is giving, you are an attorney. You're supposed to be, a little bit more, intellectually inclined. Like, it's giving fraud, cap, con, manipulation, because I never said that. I never said that Tasha K only makes $140,000 a year. So now you have put this out there for other people to now start repeating. Go and watch that video. I specifically said AdSense. And then I went and showed the people on the next video how to calculate the AdSense revenue. It's not a side-by-side projection. It's a whole equation involved. I would never, ever, ever say that Tasha K only makes $140,000 a year. We were talking about YouTube revenue, and I said in the video multiple times that we're not talking about sponsorships and every other thing that she has, but it's not giving millionaire vibes to me. Oh, YouTube pays a lot of money. I don't agree with that statement because YouTube pays a lot of money. Well, if you think, sir, if you think that your legal career and your career as an attorney, if YouTube supersedes that, then I don't know what kind of law you were practicing, because attorneys make money and it damn sure is not comparable to YouTube. So the fact that you feel as though YouTube money supersedes an attorney's salary, I gotta side eye that. I mean, you were just windmilling, just too excited about YouTube earnings. And it wasn't that energy. It didn't require all that. I was doing my content, doing what I do. Let me have me. Like, it wasn't a lie. I wasn't putting out anything false. We were going over AdSense revenue. So what you have done, you and Wiley have done, sir, is try to put a narrative out to the public that YouTubers are saying that Tasha K makes $140,000. And it's not YouTubers. I said it. So stop with the YouTubers. If you're going to be a man and be bold enough to be up on the live for 3 and 4 hours asking people for money and pimping them out for some damn YouTube course, then be a man and say who you're talking about. Don't say YouTubers. Say who you're talking about. Because it's obvious you spend time over here. You know what it is, what type of videos I'm doing and what I'm covering. So the gaslighting and the capping, all because you don't want to hold Tasha K accountable. Smells like payroll, sounds like payola to me. Sounds like payola. I expect Wiley to do it. But the lead attorney, very disappointed. You're representing you're representing the law, you're representing the courts, you're representing the legal system because you said you're an attorney. So trying to perpetuate a conspiracy theory as it comes to Tasha K, stating in some kind of way that she should be there should be some type of pass or something, or that that you blame Olga. Olga didn't have anything to do with Tasha K's lies. Tasha did that. What does Olga have to do with it? You're trying to take this away from Tasha K. She should be accountable. What does Olga have to do with it? Olga only worked with what she had to work with. It wasn't much Olga could do, her or Sadir. You admitted in videos going like Tasha's her own worst enemy. She goes on live, she rants and raves, she does videos admitting that she lied, admitting that she wiped the ass with the lawsuit. She did all of this to herself. No one did it. It was her. So what's wrong with you're accountable, do what it's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times people need to go through the fire so they can learn. And most people, what comes out of the fire? A lot of times you go through the fire, you come out better, refined. So permitting her to go through the fire is what people should be doing. Not trying to stop it. Not trying to soften the blow. She did it. There's consequences. There's consequences for your actions. And she's not a journalist. She is a YouTuber. I keep telling people that. There's a difference. This is not CNN. This is not NBC. We are YouTubers. We are content creators. This is entertainment. We're blogging and just putting it on a video on a social media outlet. We are not governed by any contracts through NBC or anything like that. And I keep saying that. I know it sounds redundant, but I keep saying that because there's a huge difference between being a journalist and independently operating on social media. There's a difference. Aaron, I see you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for the $1.99. He says Tasha K will win on appeal when Jesus comes. And there are many, many. Hey, infamous Sylvia. There are many, what word I'm looking for? You don't just go on an appeal, like you don't just go up an appeal and, okay, this is why I think I deserve to win. No, they're gonna go all through this again. They're gonna look at the videos, they're gonna look at the evidence, and they're gonna look at your behavior since this judgment. They're gonna look how you've been moving out here in these streets. The statement you got up there. I mean, they're gonna look at all of that. There are definitely qualifications and whatever word you want to use to filing an appeal. The appeals process. It's not just going down there to Supreme Court and, I deserve to win on appeal because there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of things you got to go through. So Olga don't got nothing to do with, oh, I blame it on Olga. What? Distracting the people. Again, distracting the people. Taking their eyes off the prize. That $3.8 million judgment. Tasha K is not a victim. It's always these ones that did the most damage, that are so brash, and they have the nastiest attitudes. They were so, bold to put out these statements, and now you're a victim. Now people are out to get you. Now the machine wants to crucify you because they make money off Cardi B. You're part of the machine. You're on YouTube, on a platform doing videos. You have sponsors. You're getting ad revenue from the machine. See, when people start talking this woke and machine and Illuminati, you have to side-eye them. Because if that's what it's given, then you don't need to be interacting with any social media platforms. You don't need to be on YouTube. You don't need to be doing any of that because the machine owns all that. All this is operated and owned by the machine, owned by the very people that you say are out to get you. So what you're supposed to be doing, you ain't even supposed to be on the internet. You ain't supposed to be doing nothing because this is all it ain't yours. It's not black owned. So when you want to give me that black owned machine, Illuminati, then you're not going to be able to do nothing. You shouldn't be partaking in anything because you don't own none of that. You don't own none of that. It's not black owned. None of that. So you shouldn't be on the machine's apps. This shit kills me with these people. So my Yaya says maybe Tasha K needs a criminal attorney. Well, Tasha K did use a criminal defense attorney in this case, which is why she lost, in my opinion. Olga and Sadir, they weren't qualified in the area of libel, slander, defamation. When you were working with those type of cases, you should be having lawyers that are familiar with intellectual property. When they're familiar with that type of law, those are the type of attorneys that you should use. Intellectual property law, because they know about copyright, they know about the internet and the social medias and comments and defamation, slander. They know about all that. That's what intellectual property means. It's like social media and copyright, entertainment. They're really well versed in those areas. Criminal defense attorneys, they deal with DUIs, murders, crimes, assaults, things like that. So they don't know when it comes to this. And that's why the judge was frustrated with them, because they were out of their element. So I don't want to hear, about Tasha K. She's going to win because Judge Joe Brown says so. Judge Joe Brown, he's probably had a great career. I don't know. I don't know what judge he was, where he was at, and I don't know. But I know it was not 1960. It was 1964. Okay. It was not 62, it was 64. And the New York Times versus Sullivan ruling, it basically stated that public figures have to prove malice, that the person that defamed them and put out the statements, that it was done with malicious intent. It didn't have anything to do with the juries getting it wrong percentages of the time. And how he's one of those, it was just gaslighting, like making it sound good, and everybody like, yup, listen, you heard him, yup. And it's like, boy, no, it wasn't 62, it was 64, and that's not even what it was given with this case. It had to do with this, that, and other. Like, what you saying, it didn't even make no sense to me. So, but again, people do not go do their own research. And then he was disrespectful to whoever he's doing this show with. Well, who gives a damn? It was like, wow, you're up here with her, doing content with her. What you mean, who really gives a damn? Whatever topic that you're talking about, y'all give a damn about it, which is why you're talking about it. Very disrespectful. Who gives a damn? Like, stop. So stop using me and using my content to to get your views. I don't give a damn whether you say my name or you don't. Everyone that knows me, follows me, they know what you're talking about, which is why they come back and they say, he throwing shade, this person. Anytime someone is following you, honey, and keeping up with your videos, they know, and they will come and let you know. My subscribers will let me know when I don't even know what's going on. So all this, don't nobody know you, I wouldn't have known they was talking about you. Other people that follow me know there's millions of people in the world. You're not going to know everybody. So if that doesn't hurt me when you say, well, how they know who you are, that don't hurt me. Hey, all right, I see you. The Hip Hop Inquirer, thank you for the $10 super chat. He says, watch out for the bottom feeders and subscriber stealers. Love your platform and keep doing it with integrity. Thank you so much. And you really did a great job covering the case, and we followed every minute of it. As you can see, we referenced your videos a lot. And when you were on Instagram, I was making a point of it to point people in that direction. So thank you so much for those comments and the super chat. Thank you. But, I mean, hold her accountable. What is wrong with our community? What is wrong? We say that Black Lives Matter. We say that we support each other and self-love and all of these things. But when it comes to accountability, we have none. We have confused support with accountability. Like we think just because we support someone, we cannot hold them accountable. Like we think we should just allow them to get away with anything. And that's just not how life works. When you love someone, you care about someone, you're keeping their best interest in mind. You want them to be accountable for their wrongdoings. And that's called being a real friend. Real friends tell people about themselves. Listen, I don't like this. I don't think you should be doing this. But just allowing someone to just go on and go on a rampage and watch them destruct, that is not friendship. That's not support. Oh, thank you guys. I see you. Thank you for the $5, Dover Girl. She says, Tasha K and these winos are ridiculous. Keep up with the great content. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys, I mean, I never said that Tasha K makes only $140,000 a year. I said it was the Google AdSense. Okay. We were talking about the ad revenue, and I guess maybe I stepped on some toes because, why would you expose that to? Because, I don't have anything to hide. And I don't feel as though this money is for us to be cutthroat over. We shouldn't be throwing each other under the bus and trying to drag each other personally as fellow YouTubers over this money and subscribers. I hate to break it to you, but your subscribers watch my channel. My subscribers watch your channel. Everyone watches everyone, and that's perfectly fine. It's a platform where you should go to different people. You shouldn't watch one person all the time. Who the hell want to be their life consumed with just Wiley? Their life consumed with just the lead attorney? Their life is consumed with just the Sweet Pea Diaries? Everybody goes everywhere. But I would never try to intentionally stop your bag. I wouldn't put any confusion in the mix and try to tell subscribers and viewers that you're lying and capping on anything. I would never do that to anyone. So I'm not feeling this whole $140,000 narrative with the income. I think it's shady, and I would never do that to anyone. Don't twist my words. Don't you ever do that to me, because that's not what I said. I never said that she makes only $140,000 a year. I said what she make off her AdSense. YouTube alone is not enough to pay Cardi B at all. I never said that this woman, we were talking specifically about the YouTube numbers, but you know that. You know exactly what you were doing. So that's the manipulation in the con. You just want views. You want to be up there 3 and 4 hours and have something to talk about. Because what can you possibly talk about for 3 hours? So you got to find something. So I'm not going to be the target, because I'm going to let you know right now. What's going to happen is, I keep telling people, I'm not slow. I'm not dumb. I'm very educated. I might not have a PhD. I might not be an attorney. Might not be none of those things. But one thing I can do, I can read, and I'm honest. I have integrity, and I don't have a record. I don't have any of these things. So I don't have a problem with exposing people. So I will look for the dirt. So if you keep poking the bear. Keep poking the bear, because if there's something that you don't want people to know, and we need to find out who this attorney is, and if it's giving, do you really have a legal career? Like, what made you leave and retire so early? Like, don't get me in my bag. Don't get me in my bag. So please, I'm warning you now. Like, I'm warning you now. Don't do it. Oh, I see you guys. Thank you so much. I see Queena with the $5. Thank you for the super sticker. She says, keep it up. I see Brookside L with the $19.99. And Sephora has a clone, says, hey, Sweet Pea, nobody takes what Wiley says seriously. That's why Tasha never sent him an official mentorship. Thank you for the $5, Sephora. You guys, thank you so much for your support. But yeah, don't twist my words. Do not ever do that. And just let this woman be held accountable for the shit she put herself in. She put herself in this mess. She deserves to go through it. The court said, this is what it's given. Let it happen. Well, you're not going to be able to change the verdict, no matter how many people you drag, no matter how many lies you try to conjure up about people's videos. It's not going to stop her from having to pay Cardi $3.8 million. And I do not see her winning on an appeal, because malicious intent was proven in court. And there are a lot of things that Tasha K said and admitted to doing. So I do not see her winning on an appeal at all, which is why the judge was very careful. He knew that she was going to file an appeal. That's why he got rid of that juror. That's why he was not allowing certain things to happen in that courtroom, because he knew. He said, by watching Tasha K's demeanor on the video, the evidence that was being presented, he's seen that she was an opportunist. She would do anything for clicks, views, and money. So he knew she was going through with an appeal. So that's why he kept everything tight in that courtroom, because he knew what she was going to do. He knew exactly. He's seen that she was willing to go this far. She did wipe her ass with a cease and desist. 2 settlement, they during the case and the documentation, there were 2 settlement recommendations by the court. They recommended settlement, and she didn't do it. The judge said, "Oh, I see what kind of woman this is." So he already knew. She's not going to use my errors or anything to put that out and win on an appeal or try to get a mistrial or any of that. He already knew what it was given. So I commend Judge Ray. We call him Ray. But we're going to be taking a peek into some of these documents that we were able to find that have come out. And we're going to be taking a look at those. We have, some tea on the whole tax evasion subject, how this even came about. I keep telling you guys, the proof is in the court documents. It don't matter what a person gets up on the internet and says. You pull them documents and you read those transcripts and you read the official motion to compels and all these things, you'll get the truth. Documents don't lie. All right. So I got 100 and some odd pages to comb through, put this video together for you guys. We will be back at 3:30. If I can get it all together that fast, but I got like 100 and some odd pages to go through and get it organized so that we can do this show at 3:30. So I just wanted to come through and drop that, drop those little quick jewels real quick. Stop using me for clickbait. I don't give a damn if you're not putting my name in the title. The subtle shade is enough for me. I don't want no beef with you, and you shouldn't want any beef with me. Don't do no content and try to mislead the people that I'm lying and that I'm like making up shit. Because I never said this. I never said that she makes only $140,000 a year. Never. Up. Thank you, Lover of Life, again for the $5. She says, when it comes to the TLA, he's just latching on to your content since he's short of ideas. TK should save her coins to pay Cardi and move on. Exactly. Okay. So we will be back at 3:30. I love you guys. You go ahead and get you something to eat, get some lunch, get it together. If you out here on the East Coast where it's snowing, honey, keep warm. And I see you at 3:30. Bye.